Yo, 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 what it do,
Uh,
everybody? SR Broadcast in the building. My apologies. Look, I'm currently at Wally World, but it ain't gonna stop no interview. It's all love. It's only gonna be this for the
Amen,
first
bro.
10 minutes. I'm headed out, but I'm not gonna interrupt. We're gonna keep it as professional as possible. I want to thank everybody tapping in and SR Broadcast. Got the other co-host, Dreamer BGS, in the building. We want to give a big shout out to YB Smoke
Yes,
out
sir.
of
Yes, yes,
Paso,
bro.
Texas. Show them some love. You want to go ahead, give yourself a second, introduce yourself, tell the people what you do, shout yourself out, man, and we'll go from there.
Uh, um, I'm a 17-year-old artist from El Paso, Texas. I make Chicano rap, mostly Chicano rap, but I do all kinds of music. Uh, and yeah, I'm from El Paso, Texas. Trying to represent the city and the culture.
No, yeah, no, yeah. Again, thank you, YB, for pulling up, bro. I really appreciate you and thank you.
Yes, sir.
I know we had to reschedule. It was supposed to be yesterday, but hey,
Yeah.
don't worry, man. Like I was a little busy myself, but as you can tell, full time dad, getting things done.
Yeah, yeah, I
So,
get you.
but I still try and make it happen, man. Keep my word. But again, if you real quick, you can either type it in or tell the people where to find you on Instagram. Let them
Yeah.
know where your YouTube, where to find your music. You know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
also just tell them a little bit of music you've done, some of your favorite tracks, recent tracks you have coming out. If you got some work you want to promote that's coming out.
Yeah, I got my favorite tracks right now would be the ones I did with SF40. Is it any wonder? Uh,
Yeah.
the other one, Life I Live, and another one is called Da Da Da. It's just like a little remix to a sample. Um, I got another album coming up. It's deluxe to one of the ones I dropped last year. So yeah, I got a lot coming, but I don't want to say too much. I kind of want to just keep it a surprise. You feel me?
No, yeah, I respect that. And again, shout out SF40s, shout out Lazy Blue Devil. You know what I'm saying? Much love to them. And shout out to you, actually. And I was going to say that right now, currently, the songs that you got coming out, I know that we got a collab that in the works I want coming soon.
Yes, sir.
And hold on one second. Give me one second. My
Uh,
bad. Oh, that's what I
no,
was
you
trying
good.
to say. Shout out Cali Hood Media. Before I get my daughter in the car real quick to continue this.
Yes, sir. Shout out
Shout out
Cali
Cali
Hood.
Hood Media. You already know what it is. Much love to Frank. He in the building. And yeah, what I wanted to ask real quick, so that you go ahead, give me a second, is what would you say is one of your favorite top songs that you've done, and what's one of the first songs you've ever done?
Ooh, okay, okay. One of my favorite top songs I've done. Damn. I'd say My Angel that I did is called My Angel. I did it with Mr. Tekken 915. That's one of my top favorites. I feel like that's when I kind of started popping more. One of my first songs I did, that was back in, let's see, it was like 2020 around there. No, not even. It was like 2019, 2018. It was a little meme song I did with my cousin about Fortnite.
Hey
Nothing
man,
major.
gotta go somewhere, man. Shout out O3 Greedo. O3 Greedo got a song called Fortnite. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, man, do your thing, bro.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, man, that's much props, man. What inspired you to make that first song, other than Fortnite, literally itself? What was it a little bit about?
Honestly, I don't know. It was a little cookout. We were just chilling in his mom's room. We were bored. I was always into music and I wanted to really, take it serious, but I didn't have no one to rap with. And then we just decided like, oh, like let's just mess around with this app and make a song. And I don't know if you guys heard of it. It's called like Veloco or something like that. And we just found a random beat on there and just started saying whatever, bro. And we were playing Fortnite at the moment, so it's kind of like, you know,
Okay, okay, it makes sense. No, I have not
yeah,
heard of that. I was put on and started out on like SoundCloud,
yeah,
like on BandLab, things of that nature.
yeah,
Me, yeah, you know the usual. But I find that dope, man. Hey, that's how the creativity starts, bro. And it starts somewhere. An idea sparks it. All artists have different stories. Some of them
Yes,
are
sir, bro.
extravagant. Some of them are simple, and it doesn't make them any less extravagant or a story of how we started. But I am, man. And I know you said you are from and you grew up in El Paso, Texas. You know,
Yes, sir.
what's a little bit of background about that, and what would you say about growing up around there and how it is around where you're from? You know, shout out to Tejas, shout out to all my people in Texas. You know. I'm from out in
Yeah.
Cali, you know, it's all love. But what would you say? What's your perspective on where you grew up and your inspiration behind the type of music you do?
I mean, my perspective, I mean, most of it out here is Chicano. You know, this is where like the Pachuco started. So it's all Chicano people. It's all about lowriding. I mean, my perspective, if you come over here, I mean, I don't know. It just depends who you are, I guess, and just be respectful. You know, the city's very I wouldn't say it's violent. I mean, over the time, it's growing, but that's just the generation now. You know, everybody has guns now. Everyone wants to be a thug now. But the city's really, it's a positive city. It's all about love. It's all about respecting each other. You know, so my perspective is it's a good city. You know, I wouldn't say it's a bad city. I wouldn't say I came up in something crazy. You know, but the reasoning on me making the type of music I make is, you know, it's the culture over here. This is like, you know, this is our people, and I'm just keeping it alive.
No, yeah, and I respect that, boss. Honestly, and don't mind you. Thank you for bearing with me and being patient. I'm just on the way home. I'm gonna get more in an
But
area
yeah,
that's
I get you. It's
much
all
more
good.
suitable.
Yeah,
But I was gonna say though that that's what it's about, man. It's just
yes, sir.
getting it done, doing what you got to do. Because I know growing up where you grow up, it is that, especially in Tejas, you know,
Yeah,
certain areas, the Chicano culture is very popular, you know,
yeah,
same in the West Coast. So there's a lot we can relate to. And see, it's different culture wise, Chicano
yeah,
wise, because you got the West Coast Chicanos that try to put themselves in the category, act a little different. Then, you know, much love, nothing against Tejas, but you know, we got our different estilos, but all the same. You know,
yes,
that,
sir. Yes,
that's
sir.
that's that's just how it is. You know, it's all love, bro. You know,
Amen, bro.
so all I can say is, man, I respect how young you are, how focused you are, because exactly that. Everybody wants to be a thug, and everybody wants to be this and that. When we need more doctors, we need more
Yes,
actors, we
sir.
need more lifesavers, etc. Creativity builders. So it's like everybody want to do the wrong things. Everybody want to tote a
Yes,
pistol,
sir.
and I feel
Yep.
like you should only. I believe personally, I believe my Second Amendment, but I feel
Yes,
like
sir.
nobody needs a firearm unless to protect themselves and legally to each his
Yep.
own. I'm not trying to act or fake the funk, but I
Yeah.
truly believe that like I never grew up in situations feeling like that was my first instinct, and I think that's what's wrong with a lot of these kids. They reckless growing up, no guidance and emotional,
Yeah.
and when you mix that with firearms, you get a lot of foolery. You know,
Yeah.
I used to
For
participate
sure.
in a lot of stuff allegedly myself. And when you're young, you think certain ways different. So again, you being your age and thinking smarter, trying to do it different. And again, nobody's perfect because again, I have my deep content, I have my different content, I have all sorts of content. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not
Yes,
just
sir.
regular rap. Like you'll see, even with some
Yeah.
tracks I got coming out, I got some like funk type stuff I do with my homie, try something new, different. I just got a lot of things coming, so it's like I know even when we were talking about our track, how I was like,
Yeah.
"What's kind of vibe are we doing?" And you're like, "We could do
Yeah.
anything. We could do this, that." So I plan to get a couple with you eventually. But as
For
far as
sure,
music,
bro.
man,
For sure.
I'm really inspired on the fact, believe it or not, like, see, I don't go by age or experience. There's things I can
Yeah.
learn from everybody and seeing how you move. That's exactly why when I met you through Frank, shout again, shout Cali for Media, and seeing how you
Yes,
move,
sir.
shout Lazy Blue Devil. Like, they recommended me to, you know, they told me to tap in with you. So thank you for staying tapped in with me,
Yeah, yeah,
having the
bro. Of
honor of
course.
coming on here. You know what I'm
I
saying? Taking the
appreciate you
time.
inviting me, bro. I appreciate you.
No, yeah, but I was gonna say, do you question? Are you independent or are you with a record label?
I don't know what you consider this, but like I have my own, like I made my own label, so
Okay.
I don't see myself signing to a label just because I know how they move, so I'd rather me have my own little label, I guess you could say. So yeah, I mean, I guess you could say I'm independent.
Well, I feel like it's a little bit of both. The same here, shout out my
Yeah,
label Spill Records. If you want to give the chance of yours and your perspective on how and why you have a record label, and if you want to tell a little bit about your record label, because the same here, like with Spilled Records, I created it to be independent, but at the same time, the people I created it with were a team. I'm not trying to take full
yes
credit for
sir,
nothing.
yes sir.
Shout out to all the people. They know who they are. But what's your perspective on that? What made you want your own label, other than the obvious? We know these labels be on some, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
but give your perspective on that, man, and tell a little bit about your record label and shout it out. Go ahead, man.
yeah. So first off, it's called Chuco Stilo Records, of course, representing El Paso, Chuco Town. And right now, it's really just El Paso rappers and Chicano rappers, El Paso Chicano rappers. And the only reason I want my own label is because, if you sign to, I feel like if you sign to a major label, they're only gonna take your money. You're not gonna get what you're working for. So I feel like my plan with making my own label is like signing other artists too from my city and helping them come up, and you know, just taking care of them too, and just like guiding them the right way too.
I respect that, man, because that's kind of like me too. Like, look, don't get me wrong. Uh, you're gonna have a lot of people that talk a good one, but don't really stand on it. But I can tell, like you, me personally, the same way I vibe, and I feel like you attract what you are, and I so happen
Yes,
to be
sir.
solid and just good energy and positive. So it's
Yeah,
like me and you, I could tell you really mean that. You're like had the mindset where I had. Luckily, again, I didn't get it as early, but
yeah,
considering me being 24 and I started getting it around being 18 years old, and I know
yeah,
sadly, no disrespect to anybody that got it later, everybody learns at their own pace,
yeah,
but
for sure.
there's people way older that are still running amok, and like I
Yeah,
got it at a good enough time to understand because at heart I was never a bad person wanting to cause trouble, so with the outlet for music and me having that on my own, but then understanding, hey, I gotta take this serious. I gotta
yeah,
do something with this, but I gotta build it with the right team. I already know how these record labels get down. You gotta know your research. Luckily, I
of
had
course.
enough knowledge to know that. And shout out to the solid labels and people that mean well out there. But exactly that, like my hopes are to help everybody with nothing to gain. And no hope to
Yeah,
gain nothing. I don't want nothing in return. If y'all show love, if people show love, like for example, right now, I want to say if anybody's new in here, if you could subscribe to the channel after, follow the broadcast. If my people on here, go ahead and follow YB Smoke on Instagram. Go follow and look at his
appreciate
music
that.
on YouTube. He's available on all platforms. Go show some love. And
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
man, like so that's kind of like my goal with the record label I'm a part of. So I understand
Yeah,
that. So what would you say to people trying to start up in your city or around that you would give? I asked this the other day actually, um, with my boy Flacco. But since you understand directly trying to start your own, what would you
yeah,
say was some of the hardest things you've learned but some of the best things you've learned in this industry, especially trying to start your own record label, that you could say you're still learning, because we
right.
could still be learning, but what's your advice on that?
Yeah. Number one, don't have an ego, man. That's one thing I'd say. Don't have an ego, because having an ego just ruins a lot of big opportunities for you, bro. Number two, don't. I mean, it just depends, but I'd say don't go to any studios or any local studios. Build up your own. Work for your own craft. Because at the end of the day, it like benefits you a lot. So I'd say mix and master your own tracks and just get your own setup and build up your name like that. Um, Number three, I'd say charging for features is one thing. Like I feel like if you charge for features, it's kind of dumb if you're not popping like that, because working for free, you're putting your name on other people's tracks, so you're getting your name out there, even if you're not getting paid for your time and your creativity. You're still putting your name out there and you're still promoting yourself. So those are like the three things I'd say to keep in mind if you want to be an artist.
Nah, yeah, man, and see the perspective you give is vital because there's a lot of people out here exactly how you said your goal is to help people out in your city, whether people
Right.
out of your city. That's kind of me too. So it's like we're not on our side or the people I work with trying to just be stuck in that mindset of yeah, we're from the West Coast, yeah, I'm from Cali,
Yeah.
but I have people from all over. We show love to everybody. This I've always said it. As long as you respectfully, you ain't no weirdo, you ain't no
Yeah.
chomo, you ain't no snitch. I'll rock with you. I'll support you. I don't want no money. I'm not that type. Same way, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Don't get me wrong. Shout out to my management.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
supposed to. I can't get specific, because it could change.
Yeah.
Uh, Basically be charging like $50 for a feature. See, I'm starting off slow. It could grow, and that's me being humble. Truth is, I know my value, and I know I could charge more. But exactly like you said, I've had a lot of opportunities recently. Like, bro, it ain't even about the money. Like, and my management on trip. Shout to him, but eventually certain things, business to business. But exactly because that mentality, exactly that. Like, you got to start off, and I think even if you're popping, even more so, you should give opportunity because
Yeah,
some people
for
are trying
sure.
to make it. If you really see the vision and somebody that was trying to make it like you and like come up, I feel like you should respect that and reach out. You know what I mean? Because some people are
Yeah.
just trying to make it, and some people really do deserve it. So it's like shout out to the ones like you and us and people that really just see it for what it is in the music and showing love and not trying to like make it about feeling like they're superstars or thinking they're too good to work with artists. You know what I mean? Like I get
Yeah.
people trying to chase a bag. I know you're trying to get your dollar, and it gets to a point. I get time is money, but when it comes to certain projects and certain artists, I feel like a lot of us need to extend our hand more. We need to start showing love more, and that's also why this broadcast is about and what I'm aiming it towards. Because there's no I
Yeah.
in team, and my co-hosts, even if they're not always on here, they're a part of the team, just like the people that helped make this happen, along with my record label, along with meeting you and reaching out to
Okay.
your peoples and learning about you and networking. Because even what we're doing right now, we're networking. We're showing
Yeah.
love. We're seeing what's up. And I hope all my peoples on here are showing love back and following you. Shout out to you and your squad. So it's
Appreciate
like, again, too, I got my grandma is originally from parts of El Paso, Texas, rest in peace, her.
it.
So I got some
Yeah.
family, in parts of there and whatnot. But
For
I grew
sure.
up in North California, in the Southeast LA. So it's
Yeah.
like I never got to go to El Paso. I passed through. I'm not gonna lie, because I drive a lot back and forth. But I was out there in Lufkin.
Yeah.
It's by like Nacogdoches and like under Houston.
Oh, shoot, I never heard of it.
So
Yeah.
no, yeah, but it's like small, it ain't anything
Oh,
big.
okay. Okay.
So
Yeah.
I was living there for a bit. I don't say Nacogdoches because for the Texans that do or don't know, it's like one of the
Yeah.
second oldest towns ever
Mm.
in Texas. So
Yeah.
Lufkin's like 30 minutes, 20 minutes right next door, neighbors to it. So that's where I was at. And
Yeah.
I was out there for a bit, but they be tripping on the Kush. So like I haven't been back because I feel like, man, I'm from Cali. I'm not gonna catch a case for
Yeah.
some. That's
Yeah.
wild, bro. That's wild. So I've been out in the Midwest ever since, not just because of that. Like, really, bro, I'm a father, of three kids,
Yeah.
and I'm just
Yeah.
doing my best to take care of business. As you could tell, like, so again, I appreciate you
Yeah.
for bearing with me with the kiddos and the
Of
family.
course.
Right now, I'm about to be at the crib, but don't even trip because that's how it is. That's how you know it's real. It's raw. I'm giving it to you raw,
Yes,
bro. I
sir.
ain't faking nothing. An image coming as myself. But before I
Yes, sir.
continue and I have some more questions to ask, I want to say again, shout out my squad, shout Spill Records, shout One Underground TV, shout SR Broadcast, shout out Cali Hood Media, shout out YB Smoke, shout out everybody for tapping in, all the people's in here for tapping in, shout Clumsy, shout all my co-hosts. I know Joseph's tapping in, Trip
Yes,
AF,
sir. Shout out, homie. Joe.
everybody.
Yes, sir.
Now, but if you want to go ahead, like I said, bro, you want to share a little bit more about yourself and like how you grew up and what inspired you to really make this music and like continue it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I've always been in love with music. Like instruments. Anytime I got my hands on instruments, it was a must. Music's. It's just been like I don't know. I've always loved music. Uh, so I grew up always having instruments around. So I've always been around music, and then around like my sixth grade year, I decided like I wanted to learn how to make music. So I started messing around with GarageBand and then watching videos on how to make music and just getting into it. And then eventually I got used to it. As far as growing up, I wouldn't say I grew up around bad people or, nothing crazy like that. You know how people like to make it seem. But I say, as you get older, you get around the wrong crowd and you get into the bad habits. And so most of my music's about like those bad habits that I had when I was around the bad crowd.
No, yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that because that's the thing, bro. Like, not everybody that comes from a struggle even needs to come from a struggle. That's another thing. Another thing I want to put out there. As long as a person that didn't come from a struggle don't try to act like they did, it don't
Yeah.
matter. People need to understand it's okay to be normal. It's okay to not be normal. It's okay to
Yes,
struggle.
sir.
It's okay to be yourself. But as long as you're yourself, that's
Yes,
cool.
sir.
That's how it's supposed to be. So it's like I just respect anybody that's trying to get it. I feel like you
Yeah.
don't necessarily gotta come from a gang life to be respected. You don't gotta come
Yes, sir.
from the hood to have this. All that. So
Yeah.
it was like that's kind of how like I look at it. Is that as long as you're trying to keep it real with yourself and keep it positive and remain humble, bro, you're good peoples. That's really how I
Yes,
look
sir.
at it.
Yes, sir.
Now, I am, man, but I know you said you made that song with SF40s. How did that come about? You know what I mean? I think that's very interesting because I don't know if you know, like, I'm not gonna sit here and act like
Yeah.
like I grew up super bumping him, but he is something heavily that was bumped around me, my friends group. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned to
Yeah.
eventually bump him. So, because again, I'm only 24. Is what I'm trying to get at. I'm only 24.
Yeah.
But my homies, all my older homies, they bump him. I know him, and like me as growing up in the hood later on, always going around bumping him, cruising. So it's like to actually be like, dang, in your young of age, I respect that.
Yeah.
Like, hey, he got a song with SF40s, and I know you don't try to get shine off of him, and I'm not using him on here to get shine. Respect
No,
to
yeah, for
you
sure.
and him, but I just again, he is a very talented artist, just like we
Yeah.
are. So, and then with his well reputation, you know what I'm saying? He's known. He's a
Yeah.
dope Chicano rapper that's known in the game and does his thing. He's very creative, very lyrical in the
Yeah.
sense of, bro, you know what I mean? There's this basic senseless rap. At least whatever he said, his stilo, bro, like it was just hard. So like, how did that come about, bro? I think that's actually a dope accomplishment.
Yeah. So shout out to Lazy Blue. Lazy Blue actually introduced me to him. Well,
Shout
actually,
out
I
Lazy
was
Blue Devil. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was introduced to Lazy from a friend of mine because I guess they hang around. Like they're from the same neighborhood and stuff. So I was introduced to him by that person, and me and Lazy we would talk. He calls me a lot. He always checks up, and eventually I got introduced to S40s by him, and then well, S40s was telling me he was rocking with my music and that he would be down to work. And at the time, a shooting had just happened here in El Paso at Lincoln Park. It's also called Chicano Park. There was a
Yeah.
shooting at a car show. So at the time, uh, my goal was like, dang, like you're seeing all these, you're seeing all this violence going around and all this gun violence. So it kind of made me think like, dang, like I wanna put something out there kind of help stop it. Like I can't speak, like I don't rap about it, you know. Of course I rap about having guns and this and that, but it is really tough to see, like, dang, a lot of people my age are dying because they want to be involved with the gang life, or they want to, you know. And so um, I had recorded a song on a beat called it "Is It Any Wonder," and it was about stopping the violence. And well, I had SF40's email, so I sent it to him. I didn't expect him to hop on it, you know. So and eventually, like a month later, he hit me back. He sent me the track, and yeah, that's how it came about, bro.
Uh, my bad, I'm muted. I'm tripping. But I
Nah,
want to say,
you're
yeah, that's
good, bro.
dope. I was gonna say, shout out Lazy Blue Devil.
Yes, sir,
Shout
bro.
out to SF40. I think that's really dope, man. I feel like not everything happens for a reason, but a lot of things and
Yeah,
certain things do, man. So that's a blessing, man. You know, because me personally, dog, it'd be an honor to get a track with him or Lazy Blue Devil. You know, shout out to them. I met Lazy Blue Devil through Frank off a live interview, and then I got the honor to be on there talking with them for a while. I even
yeah,
shout to Click on One, shout to Rude Boy, all that.
yeah. Shout out
I
to
mean,
him
I
for
mean,
sure.
Bad Boy. No disrespect. I said that wrong. You know me, I'm over here tripping.
Yeah,
But nah, it's cause bro, I've been working with a lot of artists recently, and I got somebody named like that. No disrespect to Bad Boy for Click on One. All love, homie. I know who
yeah.
you are. But again, yeah, because I've been trying to get all these interviews going on, so that's why I appreciate you
Yes,
for
sir,
coming
bro.
on. You know,
Yeah,
so like my music, bro, like why I create stuff, that's why I want to get back to what you were saying. Don't feel like just because you talk about certain things that you still can't
right,
be positive. Because also, I get it. It could
right.
be hypocritical in people's eyes, like, you're a hypocrite. How you gonna push positivity and peace, but you're rapping about this? Okay, well, check this
Yeah,
out. Nobody's perfect, and it's entertainment, and it's music, and music is self-expression. So obviously, there's a difference. I personally feel like there's entertainment and there's a difference. Don't
yeah,
portray nothing you're truly not ready for or the
for sure.
repercussions of, because a lot of people don't understand music gets people sadly killed in bad situations. It could
Hmm.
put you in great situations. It can make it very positive for your life. But I feel like the truth is, bro, music is a very helpful tool. It's a very, excuse me, creative tool,
For sure.
but it's a very dangerous tool. You know what I mean? Our
Yeah,
tongues are swords. You know what I'm saying, bro? So it's
yeah,
like
yeah,
when people don't realize what it's about or what it needs to be about is the big difference, bro. Because even though it should be about something, let's be honest, all these, like you said, these youngins, people want to be about the
yeah,
total opposite. But then that's the sad part too, because the truth is a lot of them are misled or just never really went through that to understand. And if they did, it's too late. That's where you see sad these people, these young people especially, getting these crazy life sentences, getting these crazy numbers, these double digits, sitting down and then regretting it. And then you sadly, respect to the homies holding it down that are locked up. Let's be
for
real,
sure.
dog. I don't care what nobody says, bro. If you really sat somebody down in a room and they had a choice to go home today, or sadly, the ones that didn't even get to make it to prison, they're dead. Because, yeah,
Yeah,
people say the old dead are in jail, or even sadly the ones that are out here made bad decisions and they're like, and that's the thing, not about gang life. Now, I'm not gonna confuse it. There's people that sadly ruin their life in many different reasons, where they're self sabotage, they just don't want to do better. Because there's people that are not even on drugs, there's people that are not even in jail, they're not even gang members, they just don't want to do better. Sadly, there's a lot of negative people, but I feel like that's why you have to be that difference, and it doesn't make you a bad person because you're trying to make your difference through music, but then still having your creativity. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can't take that away from an artist. You can't paint them a certain picture when you don't know them in real life, because that's another whole different subject if you think about it. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
Because let's be honest, of course, you want to be authentic and you don't want to lie in your music, but at the same time, let's be honest, bro, we're expressing ourselves, but unless somebody knows you in real life, how you are, a good
Yeah,
person, then can't nobody get mad or feel some type of way that we're rapping about this, etc. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
That's just the solid truth, you know. So at least your message is positive. At least it made something happen to where, believe it or not, it ain't about that. I know you weren't trying to work with SF40s for his numbers, his fame. You were just genuinely
yeah,
making something dope. But
yeah,
imagine you were able to make something with a great artist like yourself and it reached more people and it actually meant something. Because it is dope, though.
yeah,
I've listened to the song. That's why every time I post you, it's to that song. You
yeah. I
know,
appreciate
I
you,
know you
bro.
got hype stuff. I know you got hood stuff. I see
Yeah,
you doing your thing, my boy. Shout out to you, dog. But that
yeah, I
one for
appreciate
sure,
you.
it was even like, damn, trip out, my boy. Like, that's real. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
Like, so, what would you say? Like, what's your goal for yourself that you have set? Like, whether it's for your record label, where you see yourself, do you see yourself like trying to perform somewhere? Do you have dreams like, hey man, I always wanted to perform here at this arena, or my goal plans I've said, man, I'm just trying to build my record label up. I'm trying to start something. Like, what kind of projects do you got? Like plans of or hopes for? Because it ain't hoping. I know we're gonna execute, but what
Right,
kind of
right.
things do you got like on your mind?
So, I mean, I want to get this deluxe album done. Who's that know the is it like messing up my mic?
Are you good? Probably a
Alright.
fan or something.
No, no, no. It's because I'm outside.
All right, bet, bet, bet.
Yeah, yeah. So, alright. So the ones that know, I have an album called Mr. King of the City. That's on my merch. That's on my name too. The plan is to drop a part two to it, and then for my label, we have an album called Texas Steppers. There's a plan to drop a part two to that as well. So my goal is, cause I'm gonna move out to Kansas next month for a couple months. So my plan is to get everything done before I move out there, and eventually like I have it ready to drop. So my plan is to
Oh, so
get
you gonna
that
move to
done.
Kansas?
Yeah, 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 for like a month or two.
Hey, well, trip out, tap in with me. I ain't too close, but I'm out here in Missouri. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you right next door. You know what I'm saying, bro? So hey, shout the Midwest actually. Shout people on the West Coast, the East Coast, down south. You already know what it is. But yeah, man, that's pretty dope, bro. So I ain't talking your business or nothing, but is it like future reasons, music reasons with my high self? You see me taking blinkers in Wally World, but
yeah.
music wise, would you say is that the reason for you going out there? You just got like family reasons, personal reasons.
Well, it's cause like my mom's boyfriend does travel work, so they're out there right now. They just moved literally like a week ago. So
Okay.
it's like contract work. So he's out there for a couple months. My mom's out there. She's working too. So yeah, I'm gonna go out there for a little bit to like to finish the month off with them, and then I'll be back.
I mean, hey, that's dope, man. To go be out there with your
Yeah,
moms, help out, be around. Nah, man, that's cool. It's dope. I only ask, you know what I mean? Because I know you from out there in
yeah,
Tejas, and that's the same reason why, like, I was out there helping my heifer. That's exactly what I was doing. I was helping her out with my brothers, and
yeah,
came out here because my hermano, you know what I'm saying? The family and whatnot, they've been right here in town. Excuse me, my bad.
no, you're
My
good.
peoples, they own a family restaurant out here, slash
It sounds
marqueta, slash
exclusive.
canaceria, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Uh all that good stuff, bro. So they do their thing out here. That's what brought me out here because they've been living, chilling, enjoying life. And then he came out here 5 years ago, got his crib. So I've been out here
yeah,
for like 2 years, but I still be back and forth to LA. I was just there less than a month ago because actually, shout out to your album. Hope all my people listen
yes,
and
sir. I
heard them. Go
appreciate
check
that, bro.
out. You said it was Texas Steppers, right?
Texas Steppers,
You
yes,
know,
sir.
yeah,
It's under.
Steppers. You know what I'm saying? Go
Yeah, let
show
me
him
put that
some
in the
love.
chat.
And I got my mixtape like I am part two coming out. And like with that one right there, that's why I was out there in Cali less than a month ago. I was out there at the Recce spot. Shout out who the is Mike. Shout out Rex Makes Beats, Arlen Taylor. Shout out
Yes,
Viper Beats. Shout out a gang of producers and engineers that really was working on it. Shout out NoMo, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Soar High Record. That's where I was at yesterday. I don't know if you guys see my live. I was recording the last of the mixtape actually. So like, that's what I was waiting. That's what I was telling you. That's why in December y'all expecting, man,
yes,
Six Deuce
sir.
YB Smoke collab, bro. We gonna get it popping, bro.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm
man.
excited for that.
Honestly, what happened?
I'm excited for that, bro.
Me too. And pretty much what I meant by that, my bad to like, I don't want you feeling like I was putting you on the back burner, but it was exactly that. I wanted to get my mixtape out the way because it's
Like, yeah,
like
for sure,
anything.
bro.
You don't want to be on something, be unfinished, and you be all over the place, unorganized. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. I get you.
Yeah, because the last thing I want to do, and I feel like with all artists, because as an artist, you grow, you make mistakes. I ain't perfect, but I ain't trying to be that fool. Like, we get this fool on a feature, and like, oh, 2 years later, this fool did the feature. You know, like, nah. Hey, because I'm guilty of that. Shout out Rome, actually, one of the co-hosts and part of my record label that I'm part of, and dog, like one of the first songs we made, it took 2 years to make because, like, sadly, I was a hooligan in the street, still being dumb, hard headed. Had my kids, tied it up, did the right thing, and then I finally went to Vegas, made the song, and it's like, bro. So that took me. That's what made me take it serious because that's when I made Like I Am Part One, the mixtape. Now I'm making Part Two of that mixtape. But like that making of the one taught me a lot, all the way from taking it serious, punctuality with artists, showing love to artists, just doing a lot of things different. That's kind of why I extend everything out with this on SR Broadcast. So, like, next, if you want, that's exactly what we're about. Again, even if you feel like you already have, shout yourself out. You know what I mean? Shout
Yes,
your
sir.
boys out. Take these next couple of minutes to talk about what you got going on as a whole. Because I know you got a gang of projects going on. I'm in that broadcast. I don't know if you know that, the one we have everybody in there, and you
Yes,
be
sir.
dropping songs, sending people, sharing people. You know what
Heck
I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, what are in the plans for you as an artist in whole? Like, what would you say other than performing? Because I know I already asked that. Like, what do you feel like you have to offer, and what do you want from rap?
To offer as far as what, like, to other people, to other artists,
What was that?
as far as what, to like other artists,
No, yeah,
or
in general, like
just as a
with
whole.
yourself or like artists you're working with, like what where do you see yourself with it? You know what I mean? Like all the people you're working with, what do you want from rap? Like what are you trying to create? Are you just trying to like build a team of solid people and go hard, or just focus on yourself, help out everybody, and just like what is your goals of being an artist? Like me personally, I don't care if I make it, don't make it. I just love the music and want to work with like real people that are not trying to do it just for the likes, the follows, and the fame. That's it. You know what I'm
Yeah, for
saying?
sure, bro. Yeah. I mean, my goal right now is to help out the other artists, upcoming. Just starting, and the ones that already like have started. Because there's a lot of more younger artists too coming up. Like, you'd be surprised how young they are. Like, I performed with a bro, like a whole 12-year-old dude. So it's
This
crazy.
dude
Like,
said he's like, you don't think I'm the youngest in the room, and here comes this fool, 12 years old, getting it
dude, I
cracking.
was like, what? Yeah, so shout out SCG Gray. I don't know if he's in here, but that's one of the youngest artists I've worked with, and I'd say he's really talented.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Shout to
crazy.
him.
Yes,
Tell him
sir.
tap in with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. I'll get y'all an interview for sure. I'll hit him up after this live. We got a track coming soon too. It's a remix. Uh, well, y'all will see when it happens, but yeah, just mainly helping other artists out, and cause I know how it is. Like, I was in that point, I was in those shoes at one point. I wanted guidance from another upcoming artist, and everybody at one point wanted that guidance, and not many people got it. So my goal as an artist, where I'm at right now, is to offer that to the younger ones that are trying to come up.
No, yeah. And that's a good thing, bro. Cause like with the things I'm trying to create, and attract the type of people that I want around me in my circle and doing business with are those type of people that are trying to see the growth of others and not just themselves. Because I've always said it, man. It's like I don't care. My dogs make it before me. The people I work with before me. I know people that sit back and see people's accomplishments and get jealous and count people's pockets. And bro, I don't care. I'm excited for when people win. I get genuine joy off of seeing people win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Not a lot of people are like that. People feel hatred. They feel some type of way like they gotta up them. Like, bro, I thank God for every accomplishment I do. You wanna know why I'm never stressing about anybody else? Because I learned something powerful. If you're so worried about everybody's else accomplishments, you're gonna ruin your own joy. You know what I mean? You're really gonna ruin your own joy because be happy, clap for others, because it will always be your turn eventually.
definitely.
And don't ever feel like when you think you're ready, because that's the crazy part about being ready. Even people may not believe in God or be religious. The truth is, God has a
Yeah,
whole plan. He really do.
amen,
Whether you're Christian, you're not. If you're really solid and genuine like that, God's gonna really bless you with some things. All you gotta do is stay solid, and you're gonna take some
amen.
L's. You're gonna have issues along the way. You're gonna lose
Yeah,
some
for
people
sure.
along the way. But if you stay yourself and stay solid and not try to gain off of people and be evil and you do it the right way, doesn't matter. Slow motion better than no motion unless you're getting it. You
Amen.
know what I'm saying? There's
Yeah,
no need to be grimy or step on people or gatekeep. That's what it is. You were gatekeep. Because you were intimidated. I learned don't be intimidated if somebody's talented. Bless him up, bro. Shake his hand, bro. Be glad if somebody's hard, he goes hard, bro. This is the thing, dog. If
amen.
I'm on the track with somebody and you go harder than me, salute. If I end up going harder on that verse, salute. It's like fighting, my boy. It's like an art when you're sparring with your dog. He might get you good one day. You might get him good one day. You might just tie up one day. But the
Yeah,
truth is, bro, when your homie wins that championship belt, don't be envious. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
sure.
Because eventually you're gonna be up there holding that championship belt. It just takes dedication and staying down. And if you
Yeah,
can't stay down, then don't expect. Because as fast as you get it, as fast as you're gonna lose it.
for sure.
Now, would you say, do you have anything to share with the people? Well, I'm not saying we got to head out or I'm rushing you, but anything to tell the
Yeah,
people or anybody you want to thank or shout out or something on your mind before we head on out here? If you have any questions for me or the broadcast or anything,
yeah. I want to shout out to all the people from my account that tapped in on this side because I see y'all in the chat, especially from your people too. Shout out to them. Shout out to Joseph, Boondock, Trip AF, Big Screw, everybody that's in here. Wonderful Moment, Calihood Media. Shout out to y'all. I really appreciate y'all for tapping in and showing love.
Diane, man, and then that's another thing. Same thing I told. Actually, shout out all the people that recently interviewed on here, all the way from Nome. Shout out to Clumsy. Shout out to J3 the Shooter. And like I told y'all, like I just want to get people on here introduced and familiar with you guys. Uh, I'm getting the kinks out. Like, and again, thank everybody for effing with me and understanding and rocking with me and seeing that I'm just trying to get into it and dad humble and doing what I can. But I'm having a better setup coming soon. I ain't gonna say too much, but I got a little banner, nothing crazy, a little sign coming in soon. I have a little better setup for you guys and more stable. Sometimes you guys might get this up close and raw, but I feel like it's better than being late. I feel like it's better than canceling the interviews. I like to be
Amen.
professional and be about what I'm gonna say. So I want to say shout out to YB Smoke,
Yes,
shout out
sir.
to your
Shout out Six
peoples.
Shoes.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you, bro. Shout out to all the people tapping in. Shout out to your
Yes, sir.
record label. Shout out to Teja. Shout out El Paso, Texas.
Yes, sir.
Much love from SR Broadcast, Spill Records, One Underground TV to y'all. And like you said, yeah, shout out to everybody in here. Cali Hood Media. But yeah, we'll get you on here more and again, more organized and continue on, bro. And that's for everybody watching. Y'all see more YB Smoke. Y'all tap in if y'all got any questions, if y'all missed anything, if y'all feel you got things to talk about. If you guys got people, everybody listening and tuned in, if you guys want to interview, you guys do art, you guys are entertainers, you guys are comedians, you make food, you make shirts, you freaking have a lawn service, like my boy Cali Hood Media would always say, because that's true
Yes.
all the way from up to end. Come show love and go tap in with Cali Hood Media too as well. Go show them
Yes,
some
sir.
love and subscribe to them and subscribe to YB Smokes YouTube, bro, because that's what it's about. Is just networking and showing each other love, and that's all that matters. And to everybody that goes right now and follows SR underscore broadcast. Instagram, we follow back. We'll share you. Spill
Yes,
Records
sir.
does free promo. One Underground TV that we're partnered with does free promo. Tap in with it. You'll find all that info at Spilled Records and SR underscore broadcast. So before we go, I just again want to thank all you guys. And we have Spill Records merch coming soon. It's gonna be all pre-orders. I got ski masks. I got 6 Juice merch coming. And again, there'll also be ski masks, bucket hats, dad hats, trucker hats. Fuck with me, tap in, show some love to YB Smoke. And if you got anything to say before we go, boss, and appreciate you for coming on. I for sure want you on here another day so that I have more questions. I just again wanted to introduce and get the channel more familiar with the people and guests I'm gonna be bringing on here.
Hey, real quick, shout out my mom, cause she's texting me right now. She's like, "Hey, where's my shout out?" So shout out my mom for sure.
Shout out to all the solid parents supporting, man. And that's one thing I want to say. If you have good parents, man, appreciate them. I know you do, YB.
Yes,
Always
sir.
appreciate people because we don't get them forever, bro. And even if your parents aren't perfect, you can't
Yes,
change everybody. But remember, time's short, bro. As long as you're solid, show love. Being ugly, God don't like ugly, man. Just be grateful for your people, dog. Appreciate your loved ones in general. I like where you're going with this YB Smoke. I encourage you to keep pushing, bro. Your goals, your
hey, bro.
motives, your ideas, man. Do your thing, dog, and don't stop. Don't let nobody discourage you. I encourage everybody because again, there's a lot of people that helped me get here to where I am and gave me good advice, bro. So I just really want to see you shine like the people that showed me love want to see me shine, bro. So I hope you do the best you can do and continue to do the best you can do.
Yes, sir, bro. I appreciate it, and likewise, bro. Much love and respects.
Yeah, man. Man, we gonna tap out tonight, get it going. Got that stuff to do, and I thank you to all people tapping in. Shout out SR Broadcast, shout out YB Smoke, shout out everybody once again. Like and subscribe. Please do me a big favor. Show that love. And to everybody that tapped in today, there's more to come. I got more interviews coming. I'm gonna have YB Smoke on here more often. I feel like he really deserves it, like a lot of other people, because this is just the start. I just want to give y'all a little bit. And again, I don't care if I'm repeating it. My people, show them love. Go back and show all the people I interview love, especially YB Smoke and everybody that's been showing love like him. Everybody knows who they are. I don't want nobody thinking I'm picking favorites, whatever. I just respect all the real ones and show love equally. It's all respect.
Yes, sir.
Anyhow, yeah, man. Shout from my team and yours. We're gonna get it cracking, man. We're gonna share this, promote this. Y'all get it going and expect to feature 6 Deuce and YB Smoke is coming from El Paso, Texas to Southeast LA. You already know.
Yes, sir, bro. Hey, much
I
love, bro.
much love, man. Do your thing. Take care. Thanks for
Yes, sir.
being on.
Likewise. Later.